World War I, also known as the Great War, was one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. But how did it all begin? And how did it finally come to an end? Let's break down the origins and conclusion of World War I in just a few minutes. The spark that ignited World War I was lit on June 28, 1914, when Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, was assassinated in Sarajevo by a Serbian nationalist. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia, and with support from Germany, declared war. But things didn't stop there. Thanks to a complex web of alliances, the conflict escalated rapidly. Russia supported Serbia. Germany declared war on Russia and then France. Britain entered the war when Germany invaded Belgium. By August 1914, most of Europe was at war. Soon, the conflict spread globally, involving colonies and nations from Asia, Africa, and the Americas. World War I was unlike anything the world had seen. Trench warfare led to brutal stalemates, especially on the Western Front in France. New technologies like machine guns, poison gas, and airplanes turned battlefields into hellscapes. The war dragged on for 4 years. Over 65 million soldiers were mobilized. Entire generations of young men were lost. In 1917, a major shift occurred. The United States entered the war, siding with the Allies. Meanwhile, Russia experienced a revolution and exited the conflict in 1918. With fresh American troops and resources, the tide began to turn. Germany launched one final offensive in 1918, but it failed. By late 1918, Germany's allies were collapsing. Austria-Hungary and the Ottoman Empire surrendered. Facing starvation, internal unrest, and military defeat, Germany agreed to an armistice. On November 11, 1918, at 11 a.m., the guns finally fell silent. The Great War was over. World War I ended with the Treaty of Versailles in 1919. The war left over 16 million dead and changed the world forever. Empires fell, new nations rose, and seeds were planted for another, even deadlier conflict just 2 decades later. This was how World War I began and how it ended. Subscribe to the timetable and take a journey through the moments that shaped humanity, one era at a time.